Hi, my name's Mr. Halsall. My job today is to welcome you to Sociology at Hayesfield Mixed Sixth Form. Well, let's do some sociology before we do anything else. First question I want you to do, and I want you to think about this at home, is why do white working class boys underachieve? First point to make here is that there is absolutely no evidence that suggests that any ethnicity, any gender, or any other social category actually, is any better or worse than others at education. Yet the attainment levels of white working class boys is by far the lowest in British society. And white working class boys are likely to get 9% less on GCSEs than their female counterparts. Why is that? What is it about our culture that makes it so difficult for white working class boys to achieve? Secondly, is Prince Philip a god? It's a question you probably are surprised I'm asking, and I'm going to be brave and think the general consensus at home is going to be no. I may be wrong, and if so, I'm looking forward to you coming in and telling me. However, there is a small island where the vast majority of the inhabitants do believe that Prince Philip is a demigod and the second coming of the Messiah. We will look at why next year. Why do women do more housework than men? They still do. And probably the most shameful aspect of this is that even if the man earns less or works less hours, the woman in the relationship is still likely to do more. Why? There is a dark side to family life, and sociology won't hide away or shy away from showing you that. And finally, and I do point out some people here because I must be honest, I don't. But do you think if some people find you funny, you should pay less tax? Mrs. Brown appears to. We will look at why and how. So what is sociology? Well, sociology is the scientific study of society. It's all about applying scientific methods in order to understand how people behave in groups and using the arguments of others as well as your own opinion to formulate a hypothesis about how the way society works. You are going to be thinking, debating, discussing, and coming up with your own argument. And you'll be learning how to express the arguments of others and use them in the making of a successful argument. It'll appeal to you if you people watch. It'll appeal to you if you find people interesting, if you want to know why things like riots, protests, and people being charitable happen. We don't only focus on the negative, we focus on the positive as well. If you're interested in working with people, so if you're interested in being a criminologist, an anthropologist, if you're interested in working in education, human resources, or PR, this is a subject that is incredibly valued. You will understand human behaviour and you will understand human groups by the end of your course. What do we study? Well, we study 4 units and theory and methods. Theory and methods gives you an in-depth understanding of the sociological theories of Marxism, feminism, functionalism and postmodernism, and also looks at the methods used to explore society. In year 12, we look at education and family. You're probably thinking those are topics you already know about, but sociology will turn your understanding of them upside down. It won't change your belief and feelings about individuals in these areas, but it will change your arguments and understanding of what these institutions are. In year 13, we focus on 2 topics that you'll probably know less about. At least I hope so in terms of crime and deviance. Knowledge and belief explains why human beings seem predetermined to believe. Why do we need things to believe in? Why do we need this concept of faith? Where does it come from? And we'll also look at the suggestion that political ideology and science are little more than religion with evidence. Finally, we look at crime and deviance, and we look at exactly what makes someone a criminal. Why are some groups more likely to be criminals than others? Why are other groups more likely to be victims than others? And I guarantee you'll be surprised at the findings there. We have a fantastic set of staff at Hayesfield, and we have incredibly experienced sociology teachers. Mrs. Lawrenson is a sociology specialist, and she focuses particularly on the teaching of crime and deviance. I'm also a sociology specialist, and my main interest is in sociology of identity. And Mrs. Sales brings a knowledge of religion that only she can to the sociology of belief. I'm also published in the Sociology Teacher, and I'm an AQA examiner team leader, which is really beneficial because it enables me to tell you exactly what is required for the exam. During the past 4 years, we've attended several social science conferences and we've made really strong links with Bath University. And hopefully, COVID allowing, we will have visiting professors in. We have done over the past few years. Our results at Hazefield are excellent and sociology is no different. 54% of students got A star to B last year, and that is exactly the same ratio as the year before. And one student is currently reading social and political science at Cambridge. This is in addition to the numerous sociologists we have continuing their study at other institutions, including several high-profile Russell Group like Glasgow and Manchester. I'm going to leave the last word with Grace, who's one of our former students. She says, I can safely say that without my A-level sociology, I'd just be so clueless, sociologically, politically, etc. And I've been able to include myself in so much more like-minded people. I'm not really sure how to explain that, but I guess I'm saying I couldn't describe a better subject to take up. I'm with Grace on this. Sociology, or for that matter, psychology and criminology, are the best subjects to take up. And we really look forward to seeing you in September.